Hello guys and welcome to what is going to be a new wee series on the channel. This is going to be a wee series where I run through some of my favourite openings. We'll try to explore some more and we're going to look at my game library. So all this information is of games that I've played. If you've watched any of my videos where I've played the Caro Kann, you've seen how many times I've played it. It's I think about 430 with a 54% win rate, which is quite good. And I'm just going to get in and show it because this is an opening I've used from day dot for black. I used it over and over and over again. And yeah, I just thought I'd share it because there's going to be plenty of people that are out watching openings and trying to study them and trying to remember all these moves, but it doesn't work. So my main point here is to show you a move. Once you see something on the board, you will know, oh, I have to do this. And it's not going to be, oh, I need to remember to do this. It's as soon as you see it, it's boom, you're going to remember what to do. So the Caro Kann, if you're unaware, starts with E4, C6. After this, the most common move, and again, I'm taking these from my library, so 152 of my games have went like this, where the opponent pushes another pawn into the center. Again, we just got to complete the Caro Kann first of all, and you push the pawn. After you push the pawn, the opponent can make so many different moves. There's three main ones. The not so popular one would be E takes D. That's not the most common one I've come up against. It's the third most common. In this position, large majority of my games have went you take back. They develop the knight. You then. This is a move that I like. You don't have to do this. You can continue as normal, but I do this move to stop this bishop coming down. Because see, once this bishop is opened up and it pins your knight, it just causes more issues on its worth. The opponent usually takes this chance to then get his second knight out and re-attack in this square. And in doing so, we then develop our knight as normal as this pawn's defended. Then the game usually goes, bishop comes out, which is very common. We pin their knight. This is going to be an extremely common thing that you see. We pin their knight and then we block our bishop off. So he then unpins his knight from his queen. We block our bishop out. He jumps into the center. And then there's just loads of trades and the line goes a wee bit further than that. So again, this is the basis of the Caro Kann. I'm not going to get too far into it. So we'll go back to E4, C6. So the second most common one that I come up against is knight f3. And they actually seem to be coming up against this a lot more in the higher elos, a lot more in the 900 to 1000 range. 135 of my games, which is like 90% in this position. You always got to push d5, got to finish the Caro Kann. Then the opponent usually takes. Okay, the opponent can also just push. In this situation, I would usually pin the knight. After you pin the knight, then you're transitioning into the advanced variation. So it's like in a delayed advanced variation where they have their pawns, the center looks locked, but you both have a piece out. So you do. And then you would just continue as normal. They would defend the center. You get your knight out as normal. You would follow up with this move. You can get your queen out here or here. After you push the pawn, you can develop your knight out here. So there's so many different types there. Again, we'll go back to knight f3. So after d5, e takes d5, c takes d5, they then will, retaliate back in the center. Excuse me. I would, again, you see this move, a6. Excuse me, take a drink here. So, again, this is just a preempting wait move. They develop the second knight, we get our knight out. Again, same position, so it is. So we'll go back again. The most popular one I come up against is, putting the two pawns in the center. We finish the Caro Kann. We then get into the advance. This is the advanced variation. We then push with C5. They defend with c3, we get our knight out, they get their knight out, we pin their knight. As soon as their knight comes out, you pin it, because most of our pawns are going to be on light squares, so they are at the end of this. As you see in this position, I haven't made this move because I haven't had a chance to. I'm reacting to the opponent's moves. So they then unpin themselves, we get our queen out, they castle, and then you just start to trade down pieces. That's not necessarily the best move, but the main principle of this is how to get the Caro Kann. Okay, it's very simple, couple of moves. So again, this is what I see the most. We come up against the Caro Kann, then they go the advanced, we go to the advanced. Bring your knight out, say they come down and they pin, we would repin. If they attack, then that's fine. We will take here, attack theirs, and they attack, and we're happy with this wee pawn cluster in the centre because we could either push and create a lock here on this side, we could push here. Sorry, it's their move. Excuse me. You'll commonly get probably this. And we have this nice light squared pawn majority in the center. They can then continue development here where you go tech and then they have to move again and they're kind of stuck, nowhere to go, and then you will probably eventually lose this pawn, but check. So it's very, very simple. It is, and it's just the practice of over and over and over and over again. So we'll have another look at a different line. D5. Let's see. 63 of my games go like this, and I win 65% of them. Now let's try A6. So let's say again, we skipped. We didn't go for the advanced. I played 2 games where I've went A6 and I've won both of them. We'll have a look. So it goes A6, they bring the knight out as normal. We then go into the advanced variation because this stops this move. That's a very vital move against the Caro Kann. Even though you expect it, it's so easy to deal with, but it's such a pain. Why would you want to give up this knight? You try to find a way to defend it. This game then goes, they bring the knight out. We pin their knight, again, very common. They're likely going to block, which they do. Then we just continue developing as normal. They castle, we attack in the centre, getting our pawns and everything. As soon as our bishop's attacked, we trade because we're happy to do so. Then we can start striking in the centre. Look at this. Have you ever seen a formation like this in the centre of pawns for black? Like what? How are they meant to get through that? They can take here, but then you get taken. They take here, but then oh no, not like that. They take here, they get taken. Obviously, they can take with a knight. It just doesn't look right. So we'll have a look at this game, see how it continues. We defend the centre a wee bit more. We start pushing, using up giant pawn majority. We take his bishop, weakening his king. And look at that. Look at that. This just a discovered check. Discovered check from the queen in this massive pawn cluster in the middle. And now look at this formation. Like, have you ever seen anything like this? Like what? So he blocks with a knight, but that can just, it can just be taken. After it's taken again, we could have then just taken with another check. I don't know why we didn't. But then he gives us a check. We then offer a trade. It seems like in this position he resigns. But say he did go for a trade. We've just got so much. It's our turn. We've just got so much activity. So that's a free pawn there for the centre. We go here. They can't take there because they'll get taken. Can we? No, it's their turn again. So they try to take the open file. We can't castle. We push forward, and then it's stuck. The bishop's very, very stuck. This is I can't even go there. That's a crazy position. We could have taken that there. But I can't remember. I don't even know what ELO I was when I played that game. That's a crazy formation there. But anyway, guys, the main principle of this is it needs to be e4. You play c6, then d4, d5. The advanced variation is very common. It's very easy to deal with. So again, we'll go over it. So advanced variation, you attack back in the center. The most common move that you will likely see, they'll defend with a knight. We get our knight out. Say they then come down and pin. we go back up to theirs and pin. If they attack, we take. They will have to take back. Then we attack them, they attack, we take. That's most common that you'll see. If not, in their bishop decides to go somewhere else, or they defend with a pawn, which is again extremely common. We pin. Immediately you have to get this pin off because you're expecting to trade it. And say they then, let's see. Again, this is a common move. Bishop comes out here. They just have massive development here in the center. I would, in this position, probably preempt this move. Stop this pin again. They then try to rewrite their knight, but they can't. So they can't go. Well, they can go here, so they go jump. We block the center. Compensate for the light squared bishop that we're about to trade off. Say instead we didn't, and they immediately attacked us. We take, lock the center, get all our pawns on light squares, and then they can just continue development from there. So we could go take. We're winning momentum, attacking the queen. So say the queen comes over, and let's say the queen goes. Well, in this position you have a wee trick. So say the queen goes here. You've got a fork, okay? So unlikely the queen will have to go back here. If the queen goes back that far, excuse me, you can bring the rook over. So they bring their rook over, and then you go check, take. Well, you didn't really need to do that. You could just take. You know, you traded down a rook, which it's handy. Your king is a wee bit more safe than theirs. You're safe from checks. You have a bit more development and stuff. And if you're not looking at the advanced variation, so we'll go all the way back. So apart from the advanced variation, so you get the exchange variation. You take. Quite commonly, they'll stupidly give this check, and then they'll just immediately trade off their light squared bishop. You're happy with that. If that happens, grand, that's brilliant for you. So after this position, they defend the center. We will, again, immediately pin. As soon as this comes out and it's possible, you immediately pin. Say they take. And then we just start building up from here. Look at this. We have massive development in comparison to them. Let's just show you something here. Say they block this way. We would then want to get our knight out here. So they say they go attack, take. We go here. We're attacking this pawn. And then we can castle this way. We can move the queen. You don't really want to castle this way, but you can use this as a battery or as a cannon to point down. Guys, it's very easy. But the biggest thing is you got to retry over and over and over again. Play it and play it and play it. But obviously, keep in mind, the Caro Kann can only... Oh my god, I've got something in my eye. It can only be played against E4. Don't try to play it against D4. It just won't work. It's not a thing, so it's not. So King's Pawn opening, you play the Caro Kann. If you're playing against the Caro Kann for white, you'll then soon learn the weaknesses. Whenever you're playing it with black, you'll learn what the hardest thing to do is, and study them games. Study the games that the people are beating you with the Caro Kann. And then try to learn and play off that. You're never going to play like someone. You got to find your own style of doing it, your own favourite ways. It may not be the most accurate in terms of the computer, but just play the opening, have fun. Like I didn't study openings at the start of my career, and I got to about 900 before I kind of started to learn the Vienna. And the Caro Kann, I studied a wee bit of it, but by the time of me playing 400 something games, I already knew so much. And no, it's not, I didn't know theory, but I knew the patterns, I knew the positions that were comforting me and were better for me. Places or squares that were better for my pieces. But anyway guys, yeah, this has been something a wee bit different. I'm going to try smooth it out, try to make it a bit better for the future, looking at different openings. Now, what I'm going to do after this is record a few videos. Hopefully we'll play black, and you'll see a Caro Kann in action. That should probably be uploaded soon after. But anyway guys, if you have liked this, if you have any suggestions, any openings that you would like to try, or for me to at least study, because Vienna, Caro Kann, Queen's Gambit, Queen's Pawn Gambit, and King's Indian are the ones that I played the most. It doesn't mean I'm good at all of them, but they're the ones that I've played the most. If there's any other ones that you want to see, maybe if I have played, like the Sicilian or the Tarktakar or the Draxler, let me know. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Please hit that like button, it helps get the video out to other people who may enjoy it and who may suit this ELO. I know this was one a crazy in-depth one, but if you do want a more in-depth experience of my games that I have played, just let me know in the comments. I'll make a longer video and stuff. But yeah, anyway guys, thank you, bye bye.